Let's get right to our senior insider, Shams Charania. Shams, Nikola Jokic has missed his last 16 games. What's the latest with the Nuggets as they host the Clippers tonight?
Hannah, I'm told Nikola Jokic is returning to the lineup tonight against the Clippers at home. He's missed the last 4 weeks plus with a knee injury, and the Nuggets actually went 10-6 without Jokic in the lineup. But my understanding is Nikola Jokic has been chomping at the bit to play. He wanted to get back out on the floor here this week. This now opens up the window, Hannah, for him to be eligible for his potential 4th league MVP and All-NBA honors if he's healthy for the remainder of the year. And also, it puts him in position to play in Sunday's showdown against the Thunder in Denver, which will be a matchup of the MVP frontrunners with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic.
But we have seen these Nuggets just battling injury after injury all season long, still managing to stay afloat. We did see Aaron Gordon go out a week ago, re-injuring that hamstring. How long is he going to be out?
Hannah, I'm told Aaron Gordon is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks, but the Nuggets will err on the side of caution. So look for this to be closer to that 5-6 week period for Aaron Gordon. He re-aggravated the same hamstring that he missed just over a month with in late November. So I expect a cautious approach. Second seed in the Western Conference.
I know, it's incredible what they're doing. Gordon's only played 23 games this season. They just continue to push forward. Shams, thank you. All right, now we're going to go to the matchup of the rookie Dookies that lived up to the billing last night. Yeah, we got Kendrick, we got Shanae, we got Wendy fresh off his birthday and back to work to talk about Cooper Flagg and Colin Knippel. Look at this, 49 points, most by a teenager in NBA history. And then we have Con Knippel, his college roommate, who kind of got the last laugh in this one. But look, 3-pointers against the Mavericks. That is a Hornets single season rookie record. So let's get to it. How crazy is that, right? Those two teammates from last year just absolutely.
Roommates. They were roommates.
I know. Tearing it up.
That make the best matchups.
Yeah, they do. There they are at Duke, and here they are as pros. Yeah, meet for the first time in their career. Knippel started off, he was just lights out.
I mean, this is how he's been the entire start of the NBA season. I mean, he's putting up similar numbers to Steph his rookie year. That is the greatness that he is chasing. I know it's early, but man, that guy's got a flamethrower.
And then, of course, we saw Cooper Flagg second quarter.
Oh, yeah, we saw him. And they saw him as well. 49 points, but look at the snatching the screws out the rim, getting him a poster early.
Of course, these guys are familiar with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows that he can take him to his old buddy to the hole, and that's exactly
There you go.
He knows the scouting report.
There was a lot of one-on-ones at practice.
Yeah,
Get out of my way.
Say, it just makes you think of all those practices at Cameron Indoor, right? Look at that youngest player in this era to have a 20-point quarter. All right, now it's a really tight game, too, down the stretch. Here's a contested three.
Cooper Flagg, the ability that he has using his basketball IQ to control a game is unparalleled. Look at this, walking back, makes the right read. Oh, turnover.
By the way, Sion James, another Dookie with that great save.
By the way, of course, you would know that because we picked that up and we made that part of our highlight. So there it is, right there.
There we go.
Sorry, jumped the gun, Hannah. I'm sorry.
As you often do, Wendy. I love it.
Was that a foul, Perk?
No.
That didn't look like a foul to me.
No.
Man, Flagg, again, he had 49 in this one. Knippel had 34. And the Hornets get the win.
Last chance.
Yeah. There you go. All right, here was Cooper after the game talking about his former teammate. That's sweet. Look at that scene right there. That's nice.
You know, I think it's pretty well known that was my roommate last year, and you know, just to have a night like this with him, and you know, I know how special he is, and you know how hard he works. So it's just funny, you know. I think 10+ years down the road, you know, I think we'll both be looking back on this, you know, as a pretty special thing. You know, I know we'll both be in this league for a long time, so it's pretty special. You know, that's my brother for life, and you know, I got really high praise for him and what he can do.
Just seeing that he's in control of the game, you know, gets the switch, and he's never going too fast, comes off the pick and roll. You know, it's hard for me to guard him because he's a lot bigger than me, and he's put me in jail. So just, you know, he was playing at his pace tonight. Yeah, just a heck of a game.
This absolutely lived up to the billing, did not disappoint. All right, y'all, take it away. Show us what you saw last night.
It's time to go shot for shot, big bro, little sis. Of course, because I'm a way better shooter than Kendrick Perkins, I'm going to take Con Knipple. I know y'all know capture the flag. What about Knipple for triple? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's good.
Are you so mad? Look at his face. Can we go to his face really quick? This is his face because I told him I'm a better shooter. These are facts, okay? Facts only. Let's start with Con Knipple. He's averaging 18 points per game, and it's wild because he does things very Steph Curry-esque. He moves without the basketball to get his shot. This right here will lead into a flare screen, which I love. There's the flare, and then this is how he gets his open look. There are people in question. The help defense is not up. Knocks it down, making so many threes to start the year, almost 8 attempts a game. Now, we saw the flare screen. Now let's talk about the pin down. Here's a pin down action, a great screen right here at the top of the key. All he has to do is put his hands to look at the rim and then follow through. Here's a graphic that I want to show you guys. Clearly, he's a long-range specialist. 161 three-pointers this season. Third most right now in the NBA, only trailing who? Steph Curry and Donovan Mitchell. Shout out to Knipple.
Well, you may be the better shooter, but damn it, I'm the better finisher. And that's what we saw last night out of Cooper Flagg. Second 40-plus point game this season for the youngster, and you could tell that the game is slowing down for him. They run a little rub screen to get him the ball. Look, quick go, catch and go, quick to the rim, snatching the screws of poster. He is in the pick and roll right here. He waits for it to clear out. Daniel Gafford rolls. They come with another screen, gets the switch to Lil Hezzy, coming down the lane, finishing with the left, and that's when he finished with his 49 points. Two of his 49 points. Dual threat finisher. This is the graphic right here. This is what he's doing in great fashion.
Wait, hold on. He came for me. I'm going to use some time with our researcher, J-Jo, to figure out where we are in field goal percentage.
Yeah, I really want to know.
Get out your feelings.
I want to know the facts behind
Get out your feelings.
What are the facts here? All right.
Work on it, J-Jo.
Wendy, that was a Blue Devil matchup. What'd you think?
Look, this is probably the best teenager we've seen in the league since LeBron. Because if you look at Luka and you look at Victor Wembanyama, who both came in and had awesome years as rookies, they couldn't play at both ends like this. Luka could not be the defensive force that Cooper is, and you didn't see, him be able to lead an offense like Victor couldn't lead the offense like this. This guy at both ends is incredible. And Con Knipple, you mentioned, Chene, about one of the best shooting rookies we've ever seen. We've actually never seen a rookie shoot threes like this. I know that we're in an era where there's more threes happening, but he is as good percentage-wise as Steph was as a rookie, and he's making twice as many threes per game.
Can you repeat that first statement that you said about Cooper Flagg?
I think he's the best teenager we've seen since LeBron.
Wow,
Hannah,
that's pretty amazing. And without help, too.
Can I guide you to the left?
Yes. Oh, please. I'm not, you know what? You know what? Okay.
I said 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
Cooper Flagg is the white version of LeBron James. When you talk about what he's able to do at all 3 levels, scoring, getting it done all across the board, versatile defensively, 6'8", being able to handle the ball, I mean,
Yeah, it's all about, like, your statements a couple weeks ago and making sure that
everyone knows when you're right.
I know. It's all coming together. More Cooper Flagg coming your way tomorrow on ABC and the ESPN app. As Mavs take on the Rockets at 8 Eastern, we got Ernie, Kenny, Charles, Shaq getting you set at 8, and then after the game, of course, they're all back to break it down on Inside the NBA. Let's go to Minnesota. SGA and the league-leading Thunder. They got all they can handle from Ant-Man and the Timberwolves last night, taking you right there, and Ant-Man right off the top.
Again, this is a career year. That's where he improved last year, knocking down threes with minimal dribbles.
For some turnover here, and this is kind of the story of the night, right?
Hungry Wolves. Is that a thing?
What, hungry like a wolf? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hungry, isn't that a thing?
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking Duran. I don't know what you were thinking. Edwards steps back for the 3 and knocks it down. Then we go to some we've been playing like throwback music here in the studio. How about this one, right? Starting the break, and then
the
McDaniels.
Wolves were so much the aggressor in this game. Normally, every time you see the Thunder play, they're the more physical, aggressive team. You could tell right out of the gate, Minnesota wanted to send a message. They sent it from first quarter onward.
What do you think, Park?
They did. The physicality was there all night long. They came out with it on their mind, and they stood on business.
Oh, man, that one's a painkiller right there.
They forced 16 turnovers. right? Tied for the third most by the Thunder in a game this season. Ant-Man finishing with 26 points. The T-Wolves go on to win.
Ooh, that mid-range.
That's good defense.
And that's better
It is,
with
right?
the left.
There's your final, 123-111. Here's SGA.
Left hand.
Yeah.
They punched first, obviously, tonight. Yeah. And you give a good team as experience in their environment, like the first punch, and like let them feel comfortable at home, it's pretty hard to turn it off. It felt like they made a lot of shots, but it also felt like they were in rhythm. They were getting where they wanted to go, getting shots they wanted to shoot. And then even though we found ways to make them tough, it was a little bit too late.
Perk, since we're going back to your earlier statements, that's like the theme of the day. So a couple days ago, I asked you about OKC if you were concerned, and you said, hell no. What about now?
I am.
Now you are.
If I had to rate it 1 through 10, I would say it's about at a 6 because I'm witnessing teams pull them on them. Meaning from a physicality standpoint. And I'm going to overreact to that game last night because they knew what they were walking into because in that same game and that matchup in December, Minnesota came out with the same type of force. I think Finch got kicked out the game, right? And the energy and the tone was set. So they knew that they were walking into this. And OKC got to up their intensity. Like, this is the second team in the Western Conference that feel like they have their number right now. One is the San Antonio Spurs. The other is the Minnesota Timberwolves. And can I give a moment to applaud Anthony Edwards?
Yes.
It's a reason why he's every former player favorite player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those comments last night is what I want to hear. Every time I match up against SGA and the Thunder, it's personal. They put me out the playoffs last season. SGA got what I want. He got the championship, finals MVP, and MVP. I don't want to hear no more friendly stuff. That's what I want to hear right there.
I am going to chill on the Thunder a little bit because they did get Isaiah Hartenstein back last night. He's been out. They did get Casey Wallace back. They're still missing 3 perimeter players, A.J. Mitchell and Jalen Williams, and it's affecting their offense. It's actually hurting Chet a little bit because he's not getting set up as well. Their offense is taking a step back. Their defense is taking a step back. Alex Caruso also out. Hey, they get a great opportunity on Sunday to bounce back from this game. Jokic is going to be there. That's their chance. Let's just see how they handle that.
We also have the trade deadline coming up. I'm just wondering what they're thinking.
I will say that I haven't heard the Thunder's name at all in trade talks for the last 2 years until the last couple of days. But I think it's more a reaction of looking for opportunities than it is like they're addressing the situation that's happening.
And so what do they need?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I do think that my focus when it comes to Oklahoma City Thunder in their losses is they're big. And I have a theory that I've been ruminating on for a while. Okay,
all right, let's hear it.
My theory is just that when you have teams that are predicated on team offense or team defense, you have to be exceptional, very similar to the Golden State Warriors. They're offensively exceptional that it made you realize that they are deficient maybe in a stellar big. You have a Nikola Jokic out there. You have a Victor Wembanyama. You have guards with size. I think in equal matchups physically, that's where people tend to struggle. And then lastly, in their losses, they only score 43 paint points compared to 54. They're finding ways to keep SGA out of the paint, and that affects their offense.
Yeah.
So let me keep cooking on the theory,
but
that's what I have on the front of my mind.
All right, and then you cook on an entire group, Kendra and company. All the latest on the labor talks, how a new deal can get done. They lay it all out for you. But we have her live and in person from Chile, Philly. Alexa Philippou joins us now. We still don't have a collective bargaining agreement. So what's the update on these labor talks?
Yeah, Hannah, well, both sides agreed to meet in person in New York this upcoming Monday, a group that will involve both players and league leadership. This is actually the first in-person bargaining session involving players since October, and it's coming at a time when talks have been at a standstill for quite some time now, since that January 9th deadline came and went without a new agreement, and no proposal has been, there's not been proposals exchanged since last month. We also know that at this meeting, we'll have Union President Neko Gumoke, First Vice President Kelsey Plum, as well as Vice President Nafisa Collier. Kelsey Plum told us reporters today that she's actually really excited for this opportunity to meet in person, that she thinks that's going to be able to have both sides really express what they're asking for, why they're asking for it, and hopefully build momentum to get to a new deal soon.
Yeah, I mean, listen, just to put this in perspective, free agency was supposed to start this weekend with 88 veteran free agents, like 65% of the league. So absolute chaos. Alexa, thank you. And as of now, the draft is slated for mid-April, with camps expected to open in late April. Obviously, if everything goes smoothly, and the games are supposed to begin on May 8th, All-Star Weekend is slated for July 25th and 26th. So stay tuned. All right, time to go coast to coast. Get you caught up on the action from all around the NBA. The Suns beat the Pistons, 40-point performance. Can you say that?
40-point
performance by Book. Perk, what statement did they make with the win?
A huge statement, and a 40-piece wing dinner. I help you out by Dylan Brooks.
Thank
no
you.
Devin Booker, no Jalen Green, no problem. And he did that against one of the best, most physical teams in the NBA. Hell of a win by the Phoenix Suns. Hell of a leadership by Devin Booker. I'm going to start calling him coach.
Okay, I like it. Meanwhile, KD had a 31-point performance in the Rockets win over the Hawks. That Houston defense allowed only 86 points. Chanae, what's going to keep these guys in contention?
I'm going to actually say the offense, because we know Houston, their identity is defensive. They're one of the few teams that's both top 6 in offense and defense, but they're 25th in made threes, albeit 8th in their percentage. So they need to make more threes at a high percentage, keep that up there. But I'm my eyes on the offense, not necessarily defense.
But we know it takes both.
Always.
Yes, always. There you go. The Nuggets beat the Nets. Michael Porter Jr. leading everybody with 38 points. The deadline is upon us. Brian, what's the market for him?
This was a wonderful night for everybody, Hannah, because Michael Porter got to come back to Denver, got to have 38 points, and his team lost, which is what their goal is right now most nights. And the Nuggets were able to get a big win. I know that everybody thinks that Porter is available. That would be news to me. I have not heard that he is available. If he is available, that would be, I'll wait for Shams to tell me, because I haven't heard that.
Oh, wait. If it's news to you, it's news
They
to
could
us.
offer him, but they haven't, to my knowledge.
Remember the Broad Street Bullies, you guys? Right? Flyers, Stanley Cups in the 70s.
Okay.
That hockey?
All
I
right,
wasn't
that's
born,
hockey.
but
That's hockey for
I
those of
wasn't
you.
born, but thanks for the education.
Yeah, and thank you for that, Perk. These are the Broad Street Ballers. You're killing me today. Oh my gosh, Maxey, Embiid. Hey, Perk, how's Embiid just getting it done?
It's the lift. Look. Ooh,
Yeah.
look at the little quick spin. He got up
It's
to
remarkable.
it. He still tapped glass, but the fact that he getting up off those.
Lighter matters.
Tyrese Maxey
Talking
had
about
40
turning
points
the
in
corner
this
on the
one.
pick and roll.
Yeah. Here we go.
Close
All
one.
right.
The Kings
Wide
are,
open.
The Kings are one of the worst
Jeez.
road teams in the league. I'm just going to tell you right now, and this was almost a big win.
They
for
probably one of the worst home teams. In
Great play.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
play. That's a
Beautiful play.
That's a Brad Stevens special right there.
That's so nice. So fun to see them playing this well. All right, so Maxey misses the free throw. You got one last chance there. They don't get it off in time. Joel has 37 points. Sixers win by 2. Perk, it's remarkable. Talk about dialing back the clock with Joel Embiid. What are you seeing?
I'd like to issue an apology.
Ooh, yay. Oh, I'm down for that.
Seriously, to Daryl Morey, Joel Embiid, because I didn't expect this. Like, if you'd asked me this 2 months ago, I thought Joel Embiid was on the verge of, like, retirement, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And now, all of a sudden, he's come back to looking like an all-NBA caliber player. And we know that he's going to get buckets far as what he do on the perimeter, because he's one of the most skilled bigs to ever play the damn game of basketball. But it's the lift. He's dunking the ball now. We saw him catch an alley. Like, he's playing above the rim, and he's playing with force. So with him, I think Wendy, I might agree with you on this. I kind of snuck in and know your information. Think he might be an all-star this year?
You know, it's hard for me to squeeze him onto the team, maybe as a Giannis replacement.
That's what I was thinking with Giannis out, right?
Real talk, this is one of the best stories in the NBA.
It is.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid, what's going on? Right.
I like what you say.
And you know what I like about it? He had 37 points last night, 36 minutes.
Yeah.
He feels good enough on that knee. They feel good enough about where he is. They're playing him in the mid to high 30s. Even last week, they played him in the 40s.
Chanae?
The circumstances have taken the pressure off of Joel Embiid because of how great and stellar that backcourt is. I say it's the most explosive, the best young backcourt in the NBA. And that has been the best case scenario for Joel Embiid, to allow him to play free, to find his game. And now it's looking like it's right on time. If I'm looking at the Eastern Conference, if they keep playing like this is a team that could make it to the finals, Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
But that's the biggest if in the NBA.
Should I write
Trust
that down?
issues.
All right, that's
Trust
okay.
issues.
We'll flip it
Trust
off.
issues.
We're good. You never know. You could be perhaps as a deciding factor in this matchup. The Warriors lead the league in threes per game. Pistons have a very stingy defense, allowing the 7th fewest threes per night. All of which brings us to senior writer Anthony Slater. Now, so with the trade deadline only 6 days away, what's the latest on Golden State's pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Yeah, it's interesting. Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy's actually in New Zealand, was at a game yesterday between 2 potential lottery picks down there in Auckland, which would tell you while he is making a ton of calls, and he is probably he's the driver of this pursuit, he's also making alternative plans, right? They may use this 2026 draft pick, and he needs to try to find players, to potentially use that on. As far as on the ground, Jimmy Butler in San Francisco last night has 2 events. He's on crutches going into these events. He's getting ready for ACL surgery. Jonathan Kuminga is trying to rehab a minor bone bruise. He's kind of been looking forward to this trade deadline for various reasons for a while. And then Steph Curry and Draymond Green, talking to them, they're focused on trying to win. They got to beat the Pistons tonight. They're trying to climb in the standings. So while they will be involved somewhat in these later stages of these conversations, they got to focus. Yeah, listen, the Pistons just got rocked last night coming off a terrible loss. What's the plan for the Warriors tonight, slowing down that dynamic Detroit duo we just talked about? Yeah, I'd point to 2 of the Warriors' summer additions as quietly important, especially in this post-Jimmy Butler rotation, where DeAnthony Melton is really rising. He's on a minimum. They got him this summer. He rehabbed his own ACL injury. He'll probably guard Cade Cunningham a decent amount. He's become one of their better point of attack guys. And then Al Horford finally is being placed as their starting center. They've upped his minute limit to about 24. They're planning him next to Draymond Green. Steve Kerr says he's sticking with that. And they need to be a really good defensive team. I think they're going to be limited without Jimmy Butler offensively. It's going to be a lot of Steph, and then they just need to stop Cade and Jalen Durant by having Al Horford and Draymond Green really using their brains on the backside of the defense. Slater, thanks. We appreciate you. We know we'll be talking to you very soon. All right, talking about some on-the-floor stuff with Golden State. That's something new, given all the news there. But the Pistons, are they kind of gotten exposed on this road trip a little bit, right? Like a close game against Denver. They lose by 18 to the Suns. What do they need to do?
Well, I believe they're going to bounce back. When you think of the Pistons, the first word come to mind is physicality. Right? I don't like the Pistons that walk into the game and be retaliators. I like the Pistons that walk into the game and be instigators. That's who the hell they are. They one of the most, if not the most physical team in the game. Stick to your bread and butter. Get to that 2-man game between Cade and Durant, and Beef Stew and Durant, y'all do what y'all do down low, and that's beat people up. Yeah, I love it because they're getting back to their championship DNA, right, with this franchise, which is really, really cool. They want some action. Yeah, and Cade Cunningham, I mentioned he's an all-star, so we got the all-star reserves coming up this weekend. So I really want to know from you guys, who's one all-star reserve that you really want to see, Wendy? Well, I'll give you a guy who, if he made the team, he would play full speed in LA in a couple weeks, and that is Norm Powell from the Miami. He wanted to make it so bad last year from the Clippers. He got traded. He's having even a better year this year for the Heat. And look, I know the Heat are in the play-in right now. They've had a lot of stuff go on with this roster. Norm has been a vital piece going forward. And look, I know he's not going to be on the first or second line, but he has had a remarkable career. And if nothing else, he has proven to have an all-star mindset. And I think he should be rewarded. How about a guy that's a champion that is probably the most shocking to not have been named an all-star previously, 9 seasons in? Jamal Murray. Yeah. How has he never made it? I don't get it. Well, because start of season, sometimes he deals with injuries. I know. He misses a couple games. It's really how you start the season that gets you all-star, not necessarily how you finish. Because he's known for finishing postseason playoff games, but I'm just glad that this is a career year for him. 26 points per game without a foundational job of keeping this team competitive. Congrats, Jamal. Long overdue. Better late than never. Yeah, no kidding. Mine, I'm going with Mr. Jack of all trades, Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, who has been playing at an all-NBA level, some could say MVP level down there for the Hawks. 22 points, over 10 rebounds, almost 8 assists and he's doing it on 50% from the field, 35% from the three. You know why it was kind of easy for them to get Trae Young? Because of what he's done and what he's brought to the table. When he came into the league, I thought he was just an athlete. No, this man is a complete all-around basketball player.
Yeah, didn't play for the Hawks last night, unfortunately, because of calf tightness, and they...
You know, all of us got better. We're trying to make some noise. I think we have a chance to win the East.
Can't stop, nah, that's it, yeah, it's time,
Big Caro for the win! Paulo banks it in! Are you kidding me?
How I feel about my Raptors, those guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Changed up my mind, you up with the center, shout it double for some bondage. Send no to the quick, I'm a rebel with a conscience.
Raptors and Magic tonight on ESPN. Raptors have been one of the biggest surprises of the season. Scotty Barnes leading the way, ranking top 2 in the team in 5 major categories, looking to get them to the playoffs for the first time since 2022. We're so happy to have Raptors star Scotty Barnes with us on NBA Today. Scotty, wow, you guys are playing so well. You've almost matched your win total from last season. So for people who haven't been paying enough attention, what do they need to know about the Raptors this season?
We're a young, connected group with a deep roster with a lot of guys that are able to do a lot of things that help this team win. We need everybody, and we've been playing well.
One of the things that has just been so outstanding is you and your defense. I mean, that has just been a key to this team's success this season. You're the only player with 60 steals and 60 blocks. Where do you feel you rank in terms of Defensive Player of the Year candidates right now?
You know, I feel like I don't really get the recognition that I deserve yet, but as we keep winning games, I'm going to keep being me, doing what I do out there on the floor. You know, I feel like nothing's really changed with the way I'm playing defensively out there on the floor, but, you know, it just comes more into like once you start winning games, which we're doing now. You know, every time I step out there on the floor, you know, I'm just trying to have an impact out there on the floor, trying to win games, trying to get stops. And that's where I key in every single game. That's where I excel as a player.
Yeah, the way that you're playing really does demand for people to stand up and pay attention. And one play that got a lot of attention, that game-saving block on Chet Holmgren in the win over OKC. What do you remember about that play, and how sweet was that block?
Like I said, I was just going out there trying to make a play, being physical, not trying to let them get it, go to the rim. You know, I just jumped up and blocked it, you know, do what I do. I got a couple of those, actually, but that's one of them.
Obviously, you know, we've been focusing on defense, but you're also top 2 on the team in points, in rebounds, assists, along with the steals and the blocks. How much pride do you take in trying to make an impact all over the court?
I feel like me, I'm so focused on winning. I just try to play the game the right way, and everything else just falls in place. I'm not out there trying to do too much. I'm just trying to play the game the right way wherever the game needs, you know, that's what I'm for. So if it comes to rebounding, if it comes to passing the ball, trying to make the right play, when it comes to scoring, trying to be aggressive, being able to get downhill and create for others, you know, playing defense, guarding no matter who's out there on the floor, trying to help out each other. Whatever the game demands, that's what I'm trying to do.
Another really important piece, obviously, for the Raptors is Brandon Ingram, who joined your team last season, debuted this year. What kind of difference has he made for the group?
He opens up the floor for everyone out there on the floor. His game just demands so much attention that teams have to prepare for him by sending doubles or sending multiple bodies at him throughout the entire game. He scores on all 3 levels, being able to get to the rim, get to the free throw line, shooting threes really well, should get to the free throw line more actually, playing in the mid-range, playing in the post. You got to double him in the post because if it's one-on-one, most likely it's going in. His game just demands so much attention that it opens up the floor for everyone. Everyone's able to create driving lanes, go to the rim, and being able to get kickouts from him as well. And And he's taken that step defensively as well, helping us tremendously, putting his body on the line, fighting, getting down low, no matter who was out there. He's been tremendous for us.
Hey, before I let you go, we saw you at WWE's Monday Night Raw in Toronto this week. What was that experience like?
It was a childhood dream, actually. Yeah. Just watching it from when I was younger, and that was the first time I ever went. I seen some legends. I seen some new people that I'm not really familiar with. It was a great childhood dream.
And you got that cool belt to show for it, so that was awesome. I just want you to know that a member of our family here has been talking up your team all season to the point where now we call Kendrick Perkins Jurassic Perk. So do you have a message for Perk before I let you go?
And I talked to Perk before the season. I think you guys can go see some clips of what we talked about before the season.
Yeah.
Perk, he's been big on our team. It's all just coming to light right now. Thanks. Shout out to him.
Yeah, awesome. Listen, Scotty, thank you so much for joining us. Just continue your incredible all-around play. Best to you and the Raptors this season. Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
Hannah.
Did you like that question? That's what I figured.
Scotty, shout out to you.
Yeah. Scott, look at Scotty and the Raptors, right? They're 8th in the league defensively. He has the 4th best odds to win DPOY. So here he is, the one, the only Jurassic Perk.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
Previously on Jurassic Perk.
The Big Perk. That sounds like a job for a big list of who is a beast of the Eastern Conference.
Coming in at number 5. Bam! Put it up there. The Toronto Raptors. I have them making the playoffs this year, being the top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. Brandon Ingram, R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Scotty Barnes. A lot of people are sleeping on the Raptors. I am not.
Simply majestic.
I love the way. I love the profile.
Almost had me a broad.
You were like LeBron.
You know at that time, Hannah, they called me everything but a child of God. And damn it, I was right. But look, the players are the ones performing between the lines. But Coach Darko is the one that I believe in the most. I had him when he was wet behind the ears at Boston when he first got his assistant coaching job. And damn it, I saw the passion then. I'm rolling with the Raptors all day just to make the playoffs. Just to make the playoffs.
Okay.
A big day for the Serbians. Djokovic won earlier, and now Darko tonight gets a chance on ESPN.
And
Raptors get their ESPN game.
I remember his passion. I remember when he first got his first film little session, he walked in and, man, he went at Russ. And I was like, oh, look at you.
Were you right about this team? You bet Jurassic you were. Yeah. All right. That was a Bob Costas line from back in the day.
Yes, Hannah!
Coming up. We're going to talk about the youngsters coming up.
Hannah Storm with the bar.
That is a bar.